Because Freddy never said the one. Hello and welcome, my friends. Welcome back to yet another CCSU Esports Varsity stream. Oh, this is going to be wildly interesting. I am going to be your caster and host, my radium. It is wonderful to hear from all of you lovely folks out there in the chat, and all you VOD watchers, you absolute freaks. Why are you doing that? But that's besides the point. Welcome back. It's great to hear from you all, and I'm getting a couple of notifications as our manager and coach walks into the booth. Hello, Dwayne. How are you? We've started off the stream and the match is already beginning on both sides, testing out. We have Green Knight, I believe, on tank. Big Boss Gavin on DPS. Derek Axe, I think, is also playing DPS tonight, which ought to be interesting. We have Crustle and Cheeseboy, I believe, on support. Cheese was known for support for a while on the blue side. On the red side, though, we have quite a few newcomers, which ought to be interesting, and at least one face that we already know and love. We have Wither Knight on, I believe, tank. They should be set up in roll order. They are not. Oh, no, they're not set up in roll order. But that's besides the point. We have Wither Knight on Kiriko. We have Warpu on Winston. Mr. Bubbles playing my main pick of Tracer. Paratoad on Baptiste. And HS Kubert on Hanzo here. So this ought to be interesting here on a wonderful, bright, sunny day. Let's see how the strategies come out of spawn. Get a little bit of point of view from quite a few people into the starting fight. Kicking it off out of the gates. Quickly happening. We have Gavin on yet another hit scan pick. I have a belief that he doesn't know how to play anything else, and we love him for it. Now, immediately, red side going for the point, attempting to get as much pressure, playing a full dive comp, it appears. The Winston goes in, getting into the back line. The bubble comes out, but immediately the support goes down on red side. Cheeseboy still playing DPS this time, managing to get in there, quite a bit of pressure onto this Baptiste. Does he manage to pop his lamp? He does not. Immediately forced out, and they are forced to retreat on the red side. Quite a few returning players on the... Ooh, never mind. What is happening? Are we not using the right stream key? Oh, we might not be. Oh, no.
I'll go find Dylan.
He's in the main center.
No, my shoes will get soggy.
Yeah, I can call him again, but he didn't pick up.
Oh, is Garbo in?
Go bug Garbo. Have them pause it. We appear to not be streaming directly to YouTube right now. Do you know if the stream key's messed up?
Let me check.
Because we have it pulled up on another laptop, and there's nothing that seems to be going on. I requested a pause, but...
Hang on.
they haven't been able to pause it yet.
Hang on.
Yep. Ooh, it may be starting. I may have lied. Is there a delay on it? Ooh, there might be a delay on it. I think there's a delay.
There's a 2-minute delay.
2-minute delay. No one notified me of that. Okay, thank you very much, Dylan. I'll talk to you later.
Yeah.
My apologies, folks, for hearing quite a bit of that dialogue. I didn't realize that there had been a 2-minute delay set up, which is quite annoying, but it's fine. We're back, straight up moving. No stress whatsoever. Looks like there was a 2-minute delay on it, Dwayne, and I didn't know.
Oh, okay, so we're good.
So yeah, we're all good. No stress. Had us in a panic for a while, and I apologize for all of that intermediary talk without the mute going on. But we are still managing to keep up. You all should still have a view consistently going on, regardless of my talking. Once again, I apologize for any issues that have gone on thus far. We're getting back into the swing of things. First thing in the semester. This is tryouts for the varsity team, so no big stressors if there's any hiccups. We find them out now. Make sure it doesn't happen later on in the season. But red side has managed to keep up and catch up on the attacking side. Now we're defending, holding out on this point, managing to hold up this front line. They did swap out quite a few picks. Bubbles playing one of his mild troll picks here with the Bastion, although it is one of his signatures despite that, you know, rocking that golden gun as he tends to do. Now, they have kept Green Knight on his signature pick, this Reinhardt here, managing to force into point. The Dragon Blade comes out. Almost able to catch something. Does it catch Bubbles? It does. Cheeseboy is able to get in quite a bit of pressure to take out at least one, but there appears to have been a Dragon Arrow come out from the Hanzo. It continues on this fight, managing to go out for a little bit longer than expected. The Kiriko trying to 1v1, unable to get it, and blue side does manage to capture this point at the 95% mark for the red side. Now, looks like they're going to have to reset. Have they made any major swaps? They have. They're going and putting an Echo in here, which ought to be interesting to see. I haven't seen Echo in quite a good while. Now, we'll see how this ends up. She is going to be looking for a flank here. Genji managing to dive back. Ramatra pressured out quite heavily. Now, it is going to be a soft reset from the red side. Echo caught out of position and does get picked off by Gavin, playing that hit scan consistently here. Never missing his shots. Let's get a little bit of action on that. Now, Genji does manage to pick off the Symmetra before Symmetra can put in any significant work. She was on that high ground, but she was on that high ground alone without any significant support. So they're forced to fight this fight 2v3 just to be able to get into overtime. The Genji does go down with the trade 1-for-1. So does the Kiriko. Slightly out of position, but the pause comes through as we have a lever. Possible connection issues, folks. We better get this out of our system before the season starts. I don't know if they'll be taking this in the new leagues that we're about to be part of. Okay, we're returning to game as we do manage to finish up round 1, despite the a few technical difficulties. Now, I don't know if they're picking up a 4v5 here. We do appear to be down 1 going into the second round. Oh, but they do manage to get back. I don't know if the account swapped or not, but everything should be settled by the second round. Once again, we apologize for the intermission, folks, but it should be relatively fixed by now. Better to get it out earlier than before other sort of stuff happens later on in the season. Now, going into the second round on Busan, we are going to be seeing a similar half dive coming out, or actually, yeah, half dive coming out from the red side. On the blue side, we do have a little bit of a slanted comp with a Genji and a 76 coming out. They do opt to play for the right side on the red side. The Winston jumps in, but is pushed quite far off without being able to be attached to the rest of his team. Immediately goes down without his healer. The Bastion goes down second. Genji possibly goes down third. But does he manage to get out? He does, but Kiriko does not, as they are forced to reset immediately off sides here before the point is even able to be capped. Sadly, the Genji gets staggered here pretty late into this fight as they have one person left to go and capture a point on the blue side, as both sides look to reset here for the second fight going in. 30% seems to be the highest percentage on ult charge here. Offside pressure immediately catches the Baptiste out, unable to get connected to the rest of his team before being caught off sides. They are opting for a Junkrat here, which is an interesting pick. I like to see it from time to time, especially with these clustered up comps, but they are managing to play a little bit oblong offsides, managing to split the attention and getting that sort of crossfire going up for this front fight. Unless the red side is going to swap up directions here, they are going to continue to get pinched before they're able to fully leave the spawn area. Let's get a top-down view here. Now, they do finally manage to catch out the Genji here, who was slightly overextended. Green Knight still holding that front line, but he isn't able to get any significant pressure in. The Ramatra chooses to swap forms to get quite a bit of damage in. The lamp comes out. The Lucio attempting to stay up in the back line, clearing out these Symmetra turrets. Just manages to get a few off point. Green Knight still holding that front line. The Ramatra being forced off sides. Him staying up with that large armor pool. They opt to go and duel here. The ultis are prepared in case he needs them. The charge isn't able to connect, but Ramatra is looking quite low here. The Dragon Blade is huge from Cheese. Manages to catch out 4 of them as they are forced to reset, or 3, my apologies, as they are forced to reset with a quite heavy stagger on the Ramatra here. Full reset with 85%. They are probably going to be looking for a rush comp to get back to this point with only 10 seconds on the clock. Let's see if red side is able to go and capture this. They're being forced back into their spawn. Unless they go with a pick swap to something like a Diva or a Tracer, it looks like they won't be able to reach point in time. The first game goes to the blue team.
God, that was a crazy game there.
That was an absolutely insane game, Carrot. Bubbles does manage to get play of the game here. As I believe you can hear clapping from the other room off this first round. Now, I believe quite a few swaps are going to be coming out, so during this interim, we'll be hanging on, chilling out for a bit, reviewing the tapes, so to speak, without a formal review system. Just sort of reminiscing on the rounds and the little quirks that come out every once in a while. Now, on that last game, it didn't seem as though very many ultis came out from either side. Even though they were generated relatively quickly, the red side wasn't able to capture very much or press into the point very much, seeming a little bit discoordinated, or uncoordinated rather, and unable to really get their footing into any territory on the blue side, thus causing them to be unable to hold point, or at least touch point at the very minimum. Now they are swapping Derrickax out for Bubbles. They swapped Garbo in, Green Knight out. Gavin swapped sides with quite a few picks and changes coming through, just trying to get a variety of different players that are coming in tonight. Now, Garbo, a real threat on this battlefield. Same with Gavin. Both are known for their really high levels of skill here. Quite a bit of, insider knowledge of how the game's mechanics work. And I'm going to be interested to see how each one of them uses the new updates to their advantage. Now, I don't think we're going to be using any of the new character, rather, which I believe is Ilari, if my memory serves me right. But I don't know if we'll be seeing that later on this season. It ought to be interesting to see. But hang tight, folks. We'll be back in a little bit. Thank you very much for sticking with us. Hello and welcome back, folks. We have quite a few swaps coming out. We have quite a few new people on both sides, in fact. Actually, you know what? Scrap that. The red side is practically the same as it was before. At least has quite a few familiar faces. However, with the blue side, we have names that I can't pronounce off the bat. So we're going to say AJ Destroyers, as I managed to pronounce it after reading it for a couple seconds. Carrot, Bubbles, Zay, and Garbo. On the red side, which is the attacking side, we have Green Knight, Arrow, Big Boss Gavin, Paratoad, and Panda, which ought to be an interesting combo. I'm quite happy to see this Zenyatta for the first time in what feels like forever, because every time that I manage to see a Zenyatta, it always is enjoyable. Regardless of whether they're hitting or missing their shots, that Discord Orb can be crucial, especially having a Tracer around to be able to follow up on it and at least harass their backline at the very minimum is a wonderful sight to see, folks. And I'm really excited to see it come out today during this match. Now, holding this high ground is going to be crucial for quite a while, getting quite a bit of pressure into that backline. It appears as though Garbo is managing to focus down that Zenyatta. He isn't able to get any major pressure as it is a large tank v tank shield fight coming out here. Bubbles does manage to catch out the enemy Tracer. The Zenyatta also goes down and they are forced to reset here on the attacking side. Unfortunate, quite a bit of time lost due to this, but at least they didn't stagger in any longer. I say this as the 76 does flirt with death just a bit here on this left side, but he is creating quite a bit of pressure, forcing the tank's vision to swap off of the enemy's main line over to him as he's sort of dancing in and out of cover. Now, they are still managing to hold this high ground, but the enemy tank is sort of slipping underneath their radar. The rest of the attacking side does manage to get quite a bit of distance, able to get over here onto this point, but not very many survive. Green Knight is still putting in quite a bit of work, quite a bit of damage into their backline, but he's forced to duel Garbo here, but Garbo is at full health, and thus was able to tank it out, using quite a few abilities, but no significant ults have been popped on either side. The closest one is AJ Destroyer, who does have 92-94%, as he is getting quite a bit of damage on that visor. On the attacking side, Gavin is also getting quite high on his ulti, not able to charge it up fully for a couple more seconds, but that should be coming up any second now. Quite a big box to be shooting through, but they do manage to get the lamp down. He's forced to go over onto the flank here, unable to get any major pressure because they're teetering around these walls, but the visor comes out from Gavin, does manage to pick off the enemy 76, getting quite a bit of damage onto Garbo. Garbo forced to pop his wall, barely able to survive with next to no support, and he does go down. Gavin putting in quite a bit of work here. Carrot, even though playing support, is getting in quite a bit of damage. Now, Ilari is here on the defending side, does pop ulti. They're floating in the sky, getting these hit scan shots out, but unable to get any significant picks as the attacking side does manage to clean up and capture point. Now, this is going to be quite a relatively long map, as they do have quite a bit of distance to cover on the attacker side. Normally, by this point, they'd be sending quite a few people up to the front lines to at least get a bit of pressure, which is exactly what Green Knight is doing. Wonderful to see. They are looking to try and grab this high ground before the defenders are able to get it, or at least looking through this side fight, this long, straight line that they're looking to get quite a bit of pressure on those respawn lines. Crucial to ensure that there's no significant supporting efforts from the defenders, but they are looking for this high ground here. Garbo managing to put quite a bit of pressure through. He does pop ulti, getting that massive sort of siphon of health coming through, but does go down off the spear from Green Knight. Green Knight putting quite a bit of forward pressure through. They don't have a tank to tank it for him. Does manage to get one. Pressure through, comes through, managed to get two. Gets three, and that is a successfully won fight for the attackers here. Beautiful to watch, such a coordinated effort. They have still two ultis remaining. A window coming through for Baptiste, and a pulse bomb for Tracer. Now, Tracer's pulse bomb can get major effects, but it does have a tendency to only look for 1 and 2 targets. The 76 quite out of position, but doesn't get punished for it, as we're looking at Garbo pushing into this back line, but he is low and undefended with no supporting efforts from his defending team. Does go down as Green Knight forces the rest of the defenders to be pushed back. The spear coming through, Bubbles going low, not quite able to clean it up. He does go down to AJ, who does manage to push the rest of that team off and stops the assault despite the lack of tank here. A strong defense, but let's see if it'll continue onto this next fight. Now, the pulse bomb did come out during that fight, but it looks like it didn't get much value. Carrot sitting on just about his ulti, but that's about it for the defenders when it comes to ult economy. On the attacker side, Gavin does manage to have his visor, and they do have a window to combo it through from that Baptiste with Paratoad, but we'll see how they're able to do this properly. We'll see if the coordination is on point for the attacking side here. Garbo manages to pick off one, but Gavin wins the duel. Let's see if Arrow's able to do anything. Arrow goes down immediately upon swapping side. Maybe this is the caster's curse. Unfortunate to see, but we'll see how it goes. Defenders all seem to have gone down during this fight. Quite unfortunate to see, or attackers, my apologies. But they are still having time to reset, pick up the fight from where it left off, and continue to keep it going. They have a 1 minute 20 on the second, on the timer. 117 meters. Not too stressed on time. They have maybe 3 to 4 more fights left in them if they do them quick. Now, quite a bit of pressure sitting up on this high ground. They aren't really playing line of sight on the on the attacking side, but they are managing to play their angles right, which is really important here, at least on the defender side. Managing to trap out the enemy tank. Green Knight unable to use his Fortify on Orisa to be able to get out of it, forcing the attackers to reset once again without their tank, losing 2 already in this fight. That is going to be quite a bit of time wasted. 30 seconds on the clock, 1 more fight remaining. Maybe 2 if they can squeeze out a bit of this sort of safety comp. Now, looks like the attackers are looking for this high ground here, folks. Arrow getting caught out off to the side, just trying to pull a little bit of attention away. Confuse the defenders, but now they have the inkling that they are going to be dropping from this high ground. Managing to split them up, Bubbles gets the first pick on a Paratoad. Looks like the Alari gets picked as well because of the visor coming out. They do have 1 person on point. Green Knight trying to get the ulti to come through. Manages to pick none except for the Zay totem. But they are going to end there. 117.59 meters. 0 minutes on the clock. Overtime procced, but it wasn't able to do much. Defenders just have to push to that point to be able to win this map. Now, I'm going to be interested what team comp blue side is going to be using this time. Now, is it going to be some form of dive? Is it going to be heavy shield reliance? We all know it's going to be quite heavily centered around this tank. Garbo, debatably one of the best tanks I've ever seen. So it ought to be interesting what his shot calling comes out to, especially with how well he's done at learning communication and his ability to communicate ideas. We are going to see the Junker Queen here from Garbo. Quite a fun pick that we don't see very often these days. That bleed damage, I believe, was buffed a couple patches ago, so it ought to be interesting how well he's able to hold it up against a Sigma from Green Knight. Now, Sigma is something that he's been practicing for quite a while now, and does have quite a bit of skill on it, so it ought to be fun to see how this is going to turn out. Now, Sigma's objective is to poke, keep the enemy team away as long as possible, and shut down ultis using that sort of accretion, throwing that large rock at the enemy team, but they don't seem to be set up and coordinated on this high ground, being forced to sort of drop back, but they do manage to get here in time to be able to set up properly. The wall going down after that massive shield nerf that came out for Sigma quite a while ago. They are forced back to the second bridge as Gavin falls off the high ground, Garbo managing to slash him immediately. That's 1 that goes down. GK forced to get back on a point. The accretion comes through. Garbo goes down. That's the blue side without a tank. A significant issue coming out for the attacking side. Green Knight does go to half health, but he is surviving quite well. They do have a Reaper to go and try and shut down Green Knight. He's forced to Wraith, coming to half HP, but he is still chunking out the tank. Huge picks on the red side. But let's see if it's enough. And it appears to be, as they do manage to catch this first point out on the first attempted contest. Red side forced to back up and reset. No ultis expended on either side. merely a comp diff, folks, and it's quite unfortunate. Carrot forced to use his Suzu. They do manage to catch out Arrow, unable to sustain himself for quite a while. That's going to be a pretty long walk of shame here from the defending side's Tracer. But it doesn't mean that she's down and out. They are fighting for this high ground now. Suzu being forced early to try and wake up Garbo here as he's being forced to duel in this tight space. Now, this is the perfect scenario for a Junker Queen if she's able to force herself into that enemy team and get that first slash off alongside the dagger throw, which he does manage to be able to get that, and he's able to force down the enemy tank. GK goes down. Green Knight, falling on the defending side, isn't able to quite stick the enemy 76, but he does manage to force the supports out into the open. As one goes down, the second manages to barely survive. Garbo at really low, but he goes down immediately as this Zenyatta forces their way through this tight room. Arrow attempted to keep it alive, keep this fight going, keep the defense set up here, managing to stall out the cart, but they are alone, about to duel the 76, who forces off into the back of the point. Unable to get the line of sight here, unable to connect the shots, forcing over. We'll go and check out Gavin's point of view as he is sitting on this high ground, managing to just stay up there and poke fun at the attacking side. Quite a bit of pressure onto Garbo. They are all forced to take cover. Zay does go down, being caught out in that long line of sight. Gavin forced to back up, but the lift comes through. Huge from Green Knight. Green Knight does manage to go and pick out quite a few. Gavin using that as sort of a lineup for those quick air shots. Carrot forced to reset. Garbo forced to reset. Green Knight, huge flux on the defending side on that Sigma today. Now they have a couple more meters to go. No big stress on the attacking side. Plenty of time. 3 minutes, 30 seconds on the clock. 89 meters out of 117. Once they hit that 117 mark, that's game. But until then, it's anyone's. Now looking for this high ground here on the attacking side, playing this long range. The window comes out. Doesn't manage to get anything immediately off the bat. Forced to move. But Gavin gets caught out as Bubbles manages to sneak up and ult him. But he goes down to Paratoad on that Baptiste. Bap being forced to use the window. Zay unable to get any major connections here. No one on cart to get it moving forward. Zay chooses to back up, focusing on the objective. Paratoad trying to get quite a bit of forward pressure in on this. Barely keeps Panda alive, but Panda's going to go down from the tac visor as the point continues to move. The cart getting quite a bit of distance here. We better hope that Arrow is able to barely touch. Otherwise, that's going to be game. Arrow goes down. The Lucio manages to get in. Panda able to touch. Green Knight on his signature Reinhardt trying to step as long as he can, but he's not able to. And that is game 2. Oh my god, I don't even get a 5-minute break. We're back, folks. Welcome back. This is a map that I don't know. It's been so long since I last played. But it ought to be interesting how it turns out regardless. What mode is this, Carrot? If you care to speak on it.
Okay, so it's 5 King of the Hills, and first to 3 getting the King of the Hill wins. It's gets the victory.
Wonderful to hear. Now, interesting design choice from Blizzard. Now, what's the meta sort of standpoint? What's the objective of each team during this besides holding the point for the longest?
So like you want to get to the first point really quickly, so you like set up, and then when you lose the point or you win the point, you want to get to the next point like really quickly. First, getting to the point quickly is like really important.
So it's very similar to like a 2 control point.
Yeah,
sort of a way.
It's like exactly like that, except there's like 5 of them.
Wonderful. That's immediately 2 picks come out from the blue side. Do manage to hold quite far up into this first zoning. Now we appear to be on Junkertown.
Yeah, it's like Junkertown.
Is it the same sort of area? Do you know if it's still in Australia?
Yeah, still Australia.
Awesome.
Like
wonderful to hear. Reuse of new areas and assets. Beautiful use from the dev team. Now, they are appearing to press into this front point. The Orisa managing to get quite a bit of space here. Warpu getting quite a bit of pressure, but the rest of his team unable to filter in and support him. He does go down first. Green Knight managing to stay up despite being at half health consistently. Does attempt to charge in, but unable to catch the Kiriko out of position as she uses her teleport to get back to the safety of her own team. Flame strikes come out from Green Knight, connecting, but not enough damage to execute and get that stagger. Regardless, they're resetting for this point, 62%, and this ought to be a long match, folks. Now, the fire strikes are managing quite a bit of damage onto the enemy tank. Not a lot of support coming through to manage to keep them alive. The healing isn't quite strong enough to do that, and immediately 2 go down, 3 go down. Bubbles on an absolute rampage here, folks. Just sitting on this bastion, getting as much damage through as mechanically possible. And they are going to be resetting, moving over to the second point, I believe. Now, a swap up in the sort of general terrain. It appears to be a little bit more hilly, and thus is going to be quite a long fight for high ground here up on this right side. Attempting to get pressure through, Green Knight charges in to attempt to support the Genji here. The blade coming through, not able to get any major damage through, but luckily Bubbles there to clean up at least one. They're down to support. They are using this May to try and hold pressure and spacing. Bubbles forced out of position. He's sitting on this right side. Green Knight comes through to manage to get a little bit of supporting pressure for him, keeping him alive despite the misplay on the spacing. The point has become active, 3 on it, capture speed maxed out, and there we go, the clock starts ticking. Warpu almost able to catch out the Genji, but the Genji barely survives. The healing managed to keep them up, as they are still going to be fighting for this sort of high ground here. The Orisa managing to get quite a bit of space here. The ulti coming out alongside the Bastion, not able to get any major damage. Bubbles still getting pick after pick here on this Bastion, but he does go down to the May. Unable to keep a consistent sort of damage source without any major supporting efforts. The Orisa does manage to spear Green Knight out of his charge, and that appears to be a 1 fight for the red side. Oh, I stand corrected. 2 managing to capture and hold, 3, my apologies, on the blue side. Now, Bubbles and Green Knight forced to do the walk of shame all the way back to point as they continue to defend it. And red side taking this time to reset. 10 seconds on the clock before this point ticks over to 100%. Let's see if they're able to tap it in time. They are able to tick over into overtime. The Lucio managing to catch it out, but the Blizzard comes through. He doesn't opt to use the beat here, but he does later on in the fight as they are going to be pushing further into the blue side spacing. It appears as though this point has swapped over and they are going to be defending the red side on this offside point. Now looking to attempt to get to high ground here. Crussell trying to get this 1v1 out against the Genji. Does manage to hold himself in his own against the DPS. But let's see how long it goes. Green Knight manages to get back into the fight. Attempting to hold this front line. The Genji does get the dash through. Bubbles already getting the point before the dash can get any real value. doesn't go down despite the overextension as Green Knight manages to support. He's being forced quite far into the enemy backline, getting quite a bit of damage through, and does manage to survive off of the amazing healing coming out from Wither Knight and Zay here on the Kiriko and Lucio. Now Warbo attempting to catch out Cheese Boy. Those two caught in a 1v1. Does manage to get the spear. He does go down, but the point flips and overtime finishes that point out. Now, they are going to be moving over to what I assume is the right point on the opposite side of the map. AJ does manage to pick off Wither Knight here on the blue side, so they are going to be going to this fight 4v5. Crustle making sure to top everyone up before this fight starts. Green Knight, Warpu, nowhere in sight, coming up a little bit later into the fight. The point has just opened up. The Kiriko ulti comes out, but the shatter is massive from Green Knight. He chooses to charge in, attempt to get a little bit of damage, but he goes out because of the Baptiste Lantern managing to keep the rest of the red side awake and alive during this fight, and it appears as though the point is going to take over in their favor. The clock's just started, folks. Let's see who can reach that maximum point and win out the round before the others. Pings coming through, noting the direction that the enemies are going to be coming from on the blue side. Looks as though the reset is going to be keeping on both sides. No major pick swaps. Bubbles and Zay appear to have their ultis. And let's see how they use them. The split comes through. It's massive from AJ, managing to catch out two. But no real kills come through. Being forced to play around this pillar. But Green Knight does manage to go down after the wall has fallen. Unable to be supported by the rest of his team. Split once again. As two more manage to get side split. Quite a bit of slowing coming out from this May. Does manage to get Cheese Boy. And the rest of those are going to be captured in that corner, slowed down to nothing but a crawl as the fight is closed out as quickly as it started. Now, 80% on the red side here. It looks as though this point may take over unless they're able to quickly capture it, unless they're going to opt to go for the next one. Now, looking for this wall to attempt to split once again with these tight corridors. Moving over to the next point, next objective here on this map. Blue side does manage to get to the objective before red side can, choosing to set up as quickly as possible during that long rotation. Opting to defend this point rather than attack it, hoping for a little bit of a defender's advantage. This is a significantly wider and opener space. Let's see if May is able to get any significant value. They're opting to try and push off to the side. Green Knight caught out. The point is active. Bubbles manages to get one. The Genji comes through, gets the lamp. Isn't able to get any major picks as Gavin manages to take them out. The beat comes through from the blue side, splitting this point, splitting the two sides. Green Knight getting in quite a bit of pressure, but goes low. The ulti comes out from Warpu. Let's see if it's able to close it out. Manages to get the Kiriko. This fight is sloppy, messy, and quick. They do opt to go and try and back up to get a little bit of tick pressure, at least hold it out. But the blue side unable to get any significant value onto this point. But they did manage to cap it during the chaos. Red side, the 1v1 attempting to come through between Destroyer and Cheese. Cheese managed to get quite a bit of damage and pressure here, but is playing keep away. Attempting to stall out the point as long as possible before red side is finally able to capture it at 60% for blue. What a slip up. This entire fight seemed to be going in the favor of red side, but they weren't able to pay attention to who was standing on point, opting to fight out in this open area rather than look for the objective. It costed them 61, almost 62% on this point, which could have been game. Now, blue side opting to play on this outside, seeing any significant cliff pressure coming out here. Warpu slightly split from the rest of their team, opting to back up, play a little bit further onto this point, not playing any significant lines. The ulti comes out from Green Knight. Wither Knight able to get quite a bit of pressure, but Bubbles manages to pick out 3 on his own. As they do manage to flip the point in their favor, blue side at 66%. Wither Knight attempting to back up Cheese Boy here. make sure he doesn't go down too far away for the rest of his team. That teleport on a 6-second timer is huge for the Kiriko. Able to zip around between sections of the fight quite easily. Now, on the red side, managing to get to this point, they do have 2 ultis which immediately come out. The slow, massive on Green Knight, but the Suzu comes through. Bubbles not getting any significant value, forced out into the corner and does go down from Warbu, who does manage to get the ulti to come through. No major picks on it, but quite a bit of damage. Red side managing to stick onto this point and capture it up to 88%. Let's see if blue side is able to stall it out. Not quite. Only Green Knight left, and they will go down. 96 will tick over to a full point for the red side as they attempt to move on to the next objective. Blue side opting to defend it, get there as quickly as possible from their spawn, and hopefully be able to hold a position that's advantageous for them before red side can even get set up. Now, quite a bit of pressure. Blue side not able to fully set up before the red side gets here and catches them slightly off guard. They do manage to get red side half health. Gavin goes down rather quickly. Zay, however, is traded out. Panda forced to take this fight. Cheese Boy manages to get pick after pick after pick. Bubbles attempting to get in background pressure, but that is a full reset for the red side as blue manages to capture this point. Now red going to reset, try and regroup here. Take a little bit of time. They've got some time to work with. The swaps come out. They change Warpu from that Orisa over to the Winston. Winston getting quite a bit of value nowadays with those large-scale dive comps, having the Moira here to be able to support him and work as a third DPS. The Winston jumps in, but falls through the center of point, unable to actually get any major pressure. Able to jump back up and get into that back line, forcing Green Knight into a 1v1 duel. Cheeseboy getting into the background, managing to pick off both supports, as it looks like the red side is going to be quite limited on resources. Despite this, Gavin manages to pick one, but does go down. Warpu manages to pick another. This is left in a 3v3, 2v2. But now it's just the Winston trying to hold it up. And they are not able to. 82%. Panda attempting to get to point to stall it out. Hiding off to the side. He comes up. Manages to get onto it for the overtime tick. Just trying to play that little bar at the top of your screens. See if they're able to survive long enough. Trying to pop ulti, slam dunks it. Does manage to get there because the Winston does manage to have Primal Rage. Built it up after last fight. With quite a bit of damage that was maintained throughout it. Panda gets rocked. Slammed off to the side. The lift comes through. It's huge from Green Knight. Managed to get major pressure in, but no significant picks. The Blizzard comes through from AJ Destroyer and does manage to pick off the defenders here as the point ticks over onto Red's grasp. This is really anyone's game, folks. Now, opting to hold directly on point rather than pushing off of it. They don't want to risk a back cap here. Blue side has quite a bit of time to reset, and it is going to be a long walk of shame for them. Luckily, quite a few have movement abilities to try and get back to this point. Let's see if they're able to do anything, make any major plays here. Opting for this top right high ground, forcing them into this small corridor fight that Winston doesn't want. They are opting to play for point. Cheese immediately goes down after popping his blade. They are going to be dueling in this tight cornered area. Green Knight sitting in the enemy backline, getting quite a bit of damage through, getting the entirety of the red team low. But Wither Knight able to keep people awake during this. Bubbles taking quite a bit of damage and shrugging it off as if there's none in the first place. Now the ball comes out. Green Knight able to charge them off point. Blue manages to get through the cap. 99% overtime tick. Is anyone able to touch? No! That is game. Win for Tommy Salami on the blue side. Welcome back, folks. I always hope that we'll have a little bit more time in intermission, but it's never enough to fully reset. It's never enough. Now the swaps do manage to come through, trying to show off a little bit of skill. Someone new coming to the team on the blue side, CJT0511. I'm going to call him CJT for short. Let's see what they're playing today. Bubbles wanted to be in here casting, but it looks like he's going to be a crucial pillar of this blue side, as does Derek X. Now, on both sides, the objective of this match, or this map rather, in this game mode, is to attempt to push these large blue and red barricades as far as they possibly can over to the objective side on the opposite side of the map. Now, there's going to be a large robot in the dead center that their job is to move like it's a cart. As soon as the enemy touches it, it gets locked in place. Whoever has full people on it and the enemy is not contesting the objective will have it push the enemy barricade. It works as slight mobile cover, but the objective is to take the fight first and then defend the objective. They don't want to move the cart as their first priority. They want to fight on this high ground to make sure that the enemy is forced into a full reset so they get as much distance as possible. The Echo comes out here, again, quite a bit of offside pressure. Bubbles, they do manage to force the first fight out in the favor of the blue side, manage to get quite a bit of distance on this barrier as they are going to be fighting over here on the stairs. Red side holding that high ground, but not able to get any significant forward pressure to stop the barricade from moving. It seems as though they may have forgotten about the objective itself. Now, 76 managing to play off on this offside. Cheeseboy working this flank quite a bit, playing at these long angles, but not able to get any significant pressure. He is going to be quite far away from the remainder of this fight. Warpu attempts to get in quite a bit of forward pressure. Support abilities are immediately used, but Bubbles does manage to go and get quite a bit of pressure. Picks off two on the blue side, but does go down. Warpu still managed to get quite a bit of pressure, attempting to stagger out to 76, but he doesn't go down. But luckily, Gavin's there to clean up the mess. Does manage to get the staggered pick. Now, the blue side does have forward spawn, which means that their spawn point has changed to a more advantageous position to get closer to the cart and attempt to push it further. It does leave the bot stunned in place for a short period of time, but it shouldn't be any significant problem for them, as it has already begun moving once again. Now, there are no multiple rounds in this. It's first shot, first try. If they don't manage to stall out at this point and it gets all the way to the end, that is it. They don't run back this map. It's all over for them. Gavin manages to get quite a bit of pressure, does get forced out slightly by Cheese, but Cheese is completely pushed off of this high ground here from the heavy pressure that the remainder of the team is putting out. The high ground no longer a major factor as they are about equal level. Warpu comes in with the massive ulti. The lamp goes down. That's a 4K, 3K. Huge. You can hear the cries and shouts from the other room. Getting quite a bit of pressure onto this Kiriko. Kiriko goes down, and that is going to be a point swap in the favor of the blue team. Quite a far pushed up barricade. And we'll see if it's going to end up ending out this game rather quickly. The Kiriko ulti comes through. Gavin dancing around this corner. The visor comes through and manages to pick at least one. That one pick being significant, the Kiriko going down, meaning they have next to no utility for that fight, ending it out rather quickly. Now they are going to be resetting here, getting the cart all the way to this area. Let's see if they're able to tick over that forward spawn, or if that forward spawn is going to remain a significant issue. It looks like it will. They are going to be contesting this. The charge unable to get anything significant as Orisa is in her Fortify. Warpu managing to put quite a bit of pressure forward. Derek X manages to get the pick on a Cheese Boy. The 76 going down. The charge comes through from Green Knight, but he is at half health. Let's see if he stays up this deep in enemy backlines. He does not. Overextended quite heavily. Cubert goes down as well. So the blue side goes back to pushing this objective. CJT left as the only one on cart to push it as it moves at the same speed, whether or not there's 1 or 3 people on it. One of the major differences between this and payload game modes. Now, red side does manage to get a relative full reset. Green Knight kind of stuck out in the middle of no man's land with minimal support as Toad is quite far back. Warpoo manages to get the ulti off, but it doesn't appear to have any significant value other than getting the lamp out from Paratoad. Now the window comes through. Green Knight goes down, unable to hold the pressure, but Qbert manages to get 1. Cheese gets 2. Cheese here on CJT. CJT manages to TP out, using the Susan to try and save Warpoo. He's left alone. Warpoo is the only one left on this objective. Is he able to 1v3? No, they are not. And the robot continues to move in the favor of the red team. Now let's see if they're able to get it. One of the major issues that a lot of people run into is that they'll have as many people as possible on the cart for its safety and protection, but it moves at the same speed as if there's only one person, leaving blue team all together for this hold, and the cart only able to barely take over and get rid of this forward spawn. Blue team playing on this high ground, Warpoo getting quite a bit of pressure into that shield on Green Knight. Green Knight forced to back up, his team quite spread out. He is being put under quite a bit of pressure, forced to play underneath this high ground. Warpoo getting quite a bit of overhead pressure, jumps down, pushes in, almost gets Wither Knight. The lamp goes down immediately. Gavin gets 1, gets rid of the lamp. Warpoo presses in even further, but does go down from the pin from Green Knight. Cheese Boy unable to get any significant picks with that Dragon Blade. The shatter comes through from Green Knight. Manages to hold down 2, 3, but no significant picks come out of it as the blue team gets in quite a bit of pressure with this Cassidy. Double hit scan, and it seems to be working out. The forward pressure is unstoppable from the blue team, seeming to almost always be on this objective at all times. Now Gavin looking to play offsides, attempting to get a flank, catching out a few people here, but Cheese Boy responds, knowing exactly what's going on, leaving a 1v1 on this left side with no support from either team. Cheese unable to gain significant points, but Bubbles, during this whole thing, manages to catch out 3 with the Deadeye! And that appears to be a team kill and game over. Bubbles with the huge ulti. And the Genji nowhere in sight to reflect it. But Warpoo gets play of the game, probably from that 3 or 4K that happened earlier on in the match. There it is. Wonderful to see, folks. Thank you for notifying me
Alright,
that we're
hello.
unmuted. Hello, 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 once again, beautiful people. I'm joined by two significant favorites from last semester.
Oh yeah,
We're joined by Bubbles and GK Green Knight, who've been playing it all night long. How are y'all
Exactly.
feeling after these last matches?
Oh, I am feeling pumped. I want you to know that last match, me and Gavin, yo, the Mick pick 2, we were just getting them. We were getting picks left and right.
Left and right.
And those plays that happened were amazing. The
I
amount
might
of
have
shouting of how hyped they were.
I was hearing y'all from the other room.
I might have PTSD from that match.
I was
God, it was
absolutely hyped.
no,
I know
not
it was
from the
loud.
noise. I was the team they were playing against.
I want you to know I am very happy to be back in our caster booth.
Uh-oh.
Oh, we have an immediate pause.
I'll pause already.
Technical difficulties coming out in the booth. Not in the booth, rather.
In the
Out in the fighting arena, dare I say.
out in the center.
That's it. That's
Out in
it.
the Coliseum.
I will say
Seems better.
I will say one thing, the vibes are good, the matches are tough, and
Wonderful.
man, this energy everyone's giving is peak. Beautiful.
Ecstatic. Electric, dare I say.
I am very
Someone got
hyped
struck
for
with
because I've been
lightning on
playing
the
all
way
night.
today.
What happened?
I said I'm very hyped right now because I've been playing matches all night.
Oh, yeah, the energy is so high. We're starting up in 5 seconds. We have another 30 on the clock, though.
You're going to spectate Garbo because
We do have a couple requests to spectate Panda.
to
tonight.
spectate Panda.
Spectate
Okay.
Panda with his Zenyatta coming out.
Oh, look at the
Look at
Zenyatta
the Zenyatta skin.
With
Look
the-
at cooking up the calamari.
with the golden calamari, nice and cooked. I will point out this semester the montage will be coming out quicker.
Wonderful.
And the clips will involve more people.
That's great to hear.
I will no longer be spectating one person multiple streams in a row. I will be swapping a person. I will be swapping who we spectate every match.
That's lovely to hear.
Right now we're giving some Panda gameplay since that is what the people want. Gavin already giving a pick. This when we don't spectate him is when he goes baller.
I know, every single time.
I swear.
The Widow pick is always one of his classics.
I
And
want
it always causes heads to go missing.
oh, he's waiting.
Just make sure he doesn't get ahead.
Oh, there we go.
Out of
Someone did.
spawn!
And once again, he's back at it again. Going hunting for another one.
This man is terrifying.
On a hot streak.
Oh, come on. They call him Big Boss for
They
a reason.
do call him Big Boss for a reason.
We gotta keep bringing that back up.
We got this,
Get more Panda
Zen
gameplay.
skirmishing.
1v1ing Alari, I believe is the name.
I believe it also is the name.
She's only been out for like a month.
Oh,
Panda's getting
the entire
dove.
team is being focusing on Panda.
Gavin
And
getting
then
pressured
Gavin.
quite a bit, being knocked off that high ground.
Oh, does not look good for the defenders
Does
here.
not look good for the defenders here. Garbo possibly overextended with no significant team support, unable to contest this first point.
Ooh, ate the spear though. Keeping himself
Spear
up. Keeping himself
unable
up.
to connect.
They have
Panda going on Alari.
Oh God, that one poor soul that decided to dive Garbo.
Garbo's being jumped.
Pressure on this
Oh.
high ground. The lamp
The
huge comes
Arisa
out.
is too
The Arisa's alone. This could be a good pick.
very overextended. Why did they not die there?
Once again, they have a Sombra going for Panda.
Oh, this does
Ooh.
not look good.
Gavin getting a pick maybe?
No.
Evening it out? Nope.
Oh,
He-
here's his ult.
I wouldn't have done that there, but
Yeah.
Hey, it's not about what we believe here in the booth. We are nothing but spectators, only to
And-
comment on the abilities, not to judge them.
I was as the captain. I should be.
Oh, that's true. My apologies. I forgot you're captain of the booth.
And as the pumpkin, I'm just gonna make puns.
I should be making sure my team does good plays.
Judgmental eye.
Just slightly judgmental. Yes.
Disappointing.
I mean that's part of me playing. I judge our new tryouts and
Absolutely.
Voice of disappointment.
as well as current team members. Jack
Oh,
going in,
bravo.
getting a pick.
Getting this back line. The ulti comes out, but he is able to use his Fortify to make sure that there's no significant pressure on
They
it.
held that ult for a while, probably too
Yes,
long.
they did, but sadly they got second point. But we're still fighting at second point, even though it's already been capped.
Yeah,
Backing out would be the good idea, which we are doing right now, I believe.
hopefully.
Good to
Still
see.
attempting to hold a little bit of pressure here at Garbo. Still
Yeah.
holding forward on this.
I'd back out to the
Fortify.
corner, but
Oh,
there we
Does manage to
go.
get the pick.
I
Wins the
take it
1v1.
back.
Gets the dagger. Comes through. Does manage to get the pick onto Cash.
Lovely, lovely.
That's going to be a hold. First one on the map.
Everyone's making plays on the Symmetra now. We have Hubert, one of our members trying out. I've seen good stuff from Hubert so far.
Hubert's a little up. Okay. Never mind.
Yeah.
Over
Maybe not the best positioning, but we'll work on that.
This is tryouts.
Derek Hacks, let's give him some love this time around. There we go. Getting picked off by Cheese Boy.
That
Gavin.
appears to be a full push
Gavin doing work as
from
always.
the attacking side.
You know, let's take a bit of a look on the other team and see what's up with them. Let's not play favorites and only go for one side.
Now, AJ Destroyers does have his ulti prepared. Gavin also has his, and so does Cubert. See what magic they're able to make happen on this
Warpoo's
point.
about to get his.
Let's see what Visor's gonna go out first. Here we go.
Unable getting significant forward pressure. The tank doing their job. Gavin.
Oh, the trade! Oh, that is hilarious.
Beautiful to see during tryouts.
Oh, but Warpoo's in trouble. He's low.
Warpoo's in trouble.
Is that a Terra? Ooh.
Terra comes through. Does manage to catch one.
Yo.
Cubert goes down rather quickly. So does Garbo. Overextended.
We got Cash going in on the Alari, getting some damage.
The attackers do manage to hold this.
I will say, it's mighty impressive to see both teams doing very well.
I know. I love when the fights are close.
I know, back and forth. It's such a beautiful thing to watch.
I want to take a quick look. Ooh! Window coming out.
Uh-oh.
Catches one, two,
Oh! There we
One,
go.
two.
Can we get a three?
Can we get a three?
I don't know. Oh, and here comes Garbo. Here comes Jack again.
There we go. They're keeping him in the spawn. They're not letting him get out.
There
Comes the sun. Gets shut down.
And that is round.
That is round one with
3 minutes and 1 second on the clock.
With Warp's team taking the first round.
Warp's looking pretty good tonight.
Oh yeah, he's doing very well.
Beautifully.
Another person trying out and is doing great. As we wait for the teams to set up their things, Logan, how have you been doing?
Oh my god, I'm getting full named? Hello.
Yes, I mean I've said my full name multiple times.
That's true, Ash.
No one
Absolutely.
will remember me.
The name's gonna get quite a bit confusing.
Yes.
But I'm doing great. How are you doing this semester thus far?
I'm doing great. My classes are great. My design classes are fun projects. We were making a candy box in one of my classes, and then we're going to fill it with candy.
Lovely.
I'm making a treasure chest box, and I'm going to fill it up with chocolate coins.
The old school pirate ones? You got buried it somewhere?
Exactly. The teacher asked me if I loved chocolate, and I had to say, no, I can't even eat chocolate. And then he asked me, why would I do a project that has chocolate involved? And I was like, I thought it would be a cool idea.
Well, I think it's a great idea. You know, a good old-fashioned treasure chest helps lighten the spirits.
I agree. I'm still trying to work on I'm still trying to work on a catchy name for it. Because our candy boxes have to have names to it.
Are you?
It's gotta be snappy.
Are aiming more for like a pirate name or like a positive name or something epic?
I wanted to make a pun, but I'm not sure yet. Anyway,
we'll figure out puns later on.
Exactly.
This is serious Overwatch time.
Exactly.
Serious business.
Serious business.
Garbo pushing up really well.
Thousands upon thousands of dollars on the line.
He's already getting the corner.
Yeah, wow.
Gavin planning a flank, I believe.
Getting up onto this high
I'll
ground.
check on that later.
He's about to do his
Huber on the Echo. Do my character proud, please.
Brought to half HP. Unable to get any significant height pressure out of this.
Yeah, he didn't go up much, but
Garbo's still managing to hold this
Carrot
front
picking
line.
off Gavin.
Huge pick from Carrot.
Oh, there we go. Getting cheese boy. I'm saving everyone's names instead of
their
gamer tags. I know.
Oh, and the push.
That just shows how bonded we are as a team now.
Oh, I know.
The push gets stalled.
It does get stalled. Absolutely right, GK.
I need to make sure my fingers are on the button so I can swap properly and quickly.
Blue side about a
reset. Look
reset.
at the defenders.
Yes, let's check out the defenders.
Let's take a look at the defenders.
Give them some love. All right.
In particular, let's see.
Oh, they have that cornerback.
Oh, almost gets the spear off the ledge.
Sneaky.
Oh, and then there's another one.
There we go. Taking a lot of damage, but overall holding it.
Holding onto that forward.
Garbo at low health.
Manages to get quite a bit of forward pressure from Warpoo.
There we go. They're holding very well.
Incredibly well.
I thought when they got picked in the beginning and lost that corner, I thought they would struggle, but they're actually doing very well. The Kitsune going out. They got Hubert. or
AJ Destroyer managed to
Hubert.
get one.
Oh,
Garbo
Jesus,
going quite
low.
low,
Garbo's
half
low,
HP.
yeah.
Yeah, there we go. There we
One,
go.
he goes down.
Gone.
Are they able to stagger the
I wanna-
Kiriko?
I wish
Not
I stopped
quite.
the cash quick enough because he was getting kills.
Kills upon kills.
You know what? Let's get some support gameplay and support gameplay.
Absolutely.
We
You
gotta
know-
show them some support.
Yeah, exactly.
There you go, GK.
We didn't have enough clips last semester, so we're gonna have some now.
You know, an underappreciated role these days. Quite a few people are trying out for support today.
Yes, they are. And there's a little sneaky flank going on here.
Playing this red
You
side
think they'll pick
bridge.
it up? Oh, I
Panda
think
with
they
a
picked
new
it up.
skin already. That's kind of cool, though. I'll give him that.
Master
Oh, there we
The ulti
go.
comes out.
Did they knock
Garbo.
him out of the...
I don't know,
I
but
think it may have gone down faster than they could be knocked out of it.
go. Oh,
Panda
getting
managed
the
to get quite a
Alari.
bit of forward pressure. Unable to pick up the
The
Alari.
solo ult.
Does manage to survive. Panda unable to get any significant
Oh my
pressure out of it
goodness.
despite the multiple bashes to the face of that Alari. They do manage to hold on
Oh my
to the
god.
defense of this
say.
first point.
They are holding very well.
Incredibly well.
I will say, their defense is a lot.
Stronger than their offense.
Yeah. No, they were attacking last
Yeah.
round, weren't they?
Yeah.
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 So they got all the
They
way...
have a strong offense and a strong defense.
My
Yeah,
apologies.
we're messing up our words. They have a Zarya now. They have
Oh, let's see how that
Garbo
goes.
and his team has 1 minute left. Oh, and Tank's pushing up, getting walled off though.
Marpu getting walled off, using that wall to try and reset on the attacking
Yeah.
side here.
That wall did good for him though
the
because,
attackers seem a little
they're stopping
conflicted.
themselves from pushing. I don't.
there they
What
go,
is about
there
to
they go.
happen here? Tank on a high ground with no support.
We're doing A-OK.
From the terror from the top ropes. Is that what I'm about to watch?
No terror from the top ropes. Warpu
But-
trying to reset. The Zarya getting quite a bit of forward pressure. That beam able to push completely through the spear spin.
Oh.
Cheese Boy going kind of low. Manages to get healed up.
I'm expecting to see. Oh,
Huge
Warpool
picks
with
from Warpool.
the great Terra.
The moment that we swap away, the same thing happens as always.
Gavin?
It's like Call of Duty
No.
timing. Whenever we look away, something happens.
Absolutely.
No, of course. Oh, but Cheese Boy looks like he's not doing too
I will say, I think that might be it.
That might be game.
Yeah.
Warpoo just sitting in spawn, but Cheese Boy can just pop the blade for funny. Hey, he does it!
He does it!
I love how I said it and it happens.
And that will be the end of this map. Peter, the horse is here, and they've come to win.
Another good recurring joke we have.
Before I get dragged
The
back into
Garbo
games,
play.
Chat wants to know if the Among Us had a nice summer.
Oh, it did.
They did. Good
so,
callback.
So when it comes to the Among Us, I know my Among Us had a great summer. You know, he was very helpful and very kind during summer camp when I worked with Dwayne.
Summer camp, wonderful.
When we did the multimedia, I'm not sure if I should call it summer camp or summer program. I feel like summer program's better.
Summer program would probably be more accurate.
the Among Us was a great addition. He learned a lot about coding and media.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Thanks to our lovely, lovely coach Dwayne.
I should probably get back out there to see. I'm probably getting dragged back into the tank. Have fun, guys.
All right. I'm not sure if I'm going to be called back, so let me head out.
So we'll hang on just for a bit. Thank you very much. We'll be going into next round.
Yes, indeed.
Alright, hello there guys. My name's Noah, aka Panda, and I'll be shoutcasting this game with GK.
Howdy.
My favorite animal.
That's
What?
my favorite animal. Alright, so what do we got the teams looking like here?
I think you can tab.
No,
you can't.
no one's
Not
picked yet.
Not yet. 5 seconds.
So, who are we looking to play? Oh, Warpo and
Right.
Garbo, or Warpo and Jack on tanks again.
Alright, so we got Garbo. They're running to look to be a brawl comp here. For Team 1 and Team 2 looking to be kind of a poke comp.
Yeah.
Let's see how this is gonna go here. The only thing with the first comp I don't like the Baptiste. I think they should be running a Kiriko here, or maybe even a Brig over the Baptiste. And second team looks pretty good.
Let's just see how this plays out. The opening salvo. Oh, immediate teleport to point.
Alright, let's see how this is gonna go here. Alright, they got 2 early picks off here. 3 early picks. Alright, but they did do 2 trades. They're focusing cash right now.
As you do. Cash is
Alright, so
pretty
it looks like
good.
the only one up. No, it's a full team kill. They got no supports left though, so they're gonna need them back soon.
Lovely jubbly.
Alright. And
Alright.
it looks like
Let's go
Team 1 will take the point, yes?
Alright.
Yes. Team
Yep.
1 takes point.
Alright, we're gonna
Team
spectate
two
Team 2 here to
is-
see for their recontest. Alright, focusing that sim turret, that's good.
Yep.
Genji in their back line.
Oh, Bastion in their back
Okay.
line. What the hell was... What in the Kentucky?
What in the Kentucky? I like that. Alright.
What in the
They look to be
Minecraft
1 up
nether
right
is
now.
going on?
Alright, they TP to the back. They're both teams got a TP. Looking that maybe they can knock someone off. No, but that's a good pin onto that Junker Queen.
Let's see. Oh.
Alright, that's a big. Those are 2 big picks. Team 2 is now currently down 2 players. And they lost that fight. I'll spectate the Lucio here.
I think Team 2 needs to build up some momentum.
Some momentum. They did a swap off the Arista to a Winston.
That might be
And a Zen swap too. Oh, I need to see the Zen. Alright. As a Zen made myself, I need to see if the Zen will cook. Will he cook? They're up 2 picks right now.
Let's see. They can probably go in here.
Ooh, that was a big
that
jump
was a
queen. Oh,
big-
he gets finished
no.
here. Alright.
Ooh.
Are they gonna get back to point though in time? Doesn't look like it. Looks like Team 2 will be able to get the contest here. Good. 75% though, 76%, that was very good.
That is, yeah. Team 2 has to hold for a while for them to get close to even matching the score.
Yeah, and ults here, it looks to be they have Blade coming up. They have Beat, they have Window for Team 1, and Team 2, they got just Window and just Bastion ult. They probably will get Winston ult though for this next fight.
I don't know. Windows can be pretty game-changing in this point
Yeah.
specifically.
Yeah,
with
but
how-
each team's got a window though. Alright, that's
true.
ooh, I don't know if
that's
that's the best beat, but they're up 2 now. They're up a bunch.
Oh, almost got the monkey off.
Yeah. Alright, that's a good contest and good capture.
Yeah, wow, that was smooth. Now let's see if Team 2 can recapture before it's too late. I don't know. They got a touch probably within the next few seconds.
Which I don't think they'll be able to. Let's spectate the tank
Nope.
here.
Oh, they do.
Alright, but they're down. It's just a Winston left alive. Winston's gonna have to get his ult. I don't think he will be
yeah,
able to.
no.
Oh, 99%.
Unlucky.
Oh, that's very unlucky. And first point goes to Team 1.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh, no.
Those are my friends, bro. You know what? To Omo and to Whack in the chat, you guys are nerds.
Okay, so now we're insulting our fan base.
Yeah.
What
honestly,
a wonderful way to start the
they're
season
only-
off.
they're only here to see me. They're only here to see me and my beautiful voice.
I don't know. They're complaining about your voice in the chat, so.
No, my voice is beautiful.
And here comes round 2. Reaper, Edge, walk. Okay, no longer Reaper. Let's see. Team 1, Junker Queen, Genji, Echo, Lucio, Baptiste.
I don't know if I like this Team 2 comp very much.
Team 2's
Team 2 comp, that's kind of a Sigma on this. Oh, and that's a big pick. Oh, wait, let's spectate the Lucio here. Will the Lucio get any boops here? You should be trying to go for a big boop here.
I don't know. He
Oh,
seems to be playing,
so close. Oh, but
well,
he did get the
got
pick.
a kill, yeah.
Well, let's see if he's gonna get another boop here.
Oh, almost.
Oh, this could be a big boop onto the Sigma here.
It doesn't
Not
look
going
like
over the
they're
wall,
as
though.
Comfortable with the.
Yeah, with the Lucio. Normally, Lucio would be trying to go over the wall there, but
Yeah, but
she's not going over the wall. It looks
If
like.
they're not as comfortable with it, it's good that she's playing more careful.
True. All right, let's
She's been
let's go
getting picks.
spectate. Let's go spectate their tank though.
Sigma?
Sigma. Let's spectate their
Yeah.
Sigma. All right, their Sigma's pushing up, making space. They got 2 picks here. They're focusing the Lucio. Let's see if they get the Lucio pick here. Genji going in. They got the Genji. Maybe. Yep. Okay.
Oh, they get point.
All right, that's very good. They got point with only 18% on the other team.
That's true. That's much better.
Much better. All right, let's spectate. Let's spectate Junker Queen here on the recontest. I've never seen this skin before. I will say that. Have you ever seen this skin before? You're the certified tank main here.
I'm a certified Reinhardt one-trick, sir.
Sorry.
You're asking the wrong person.
Man, I'm a certified Zenyatta one trick basically.
That just fully kicked open. No one was moving. That just full on was moving.
Oh, apparently we've got a ghost in the shoutcasting center. The ghost says hi.
Yeah, come say hi.
Oh, and it looks like
The
Team
ghost.
1 is.
Team 1. Ooh, it looks
It's
to be
getting kinda
semi-even
close.
here.
Oh,
No,
here's
never
the
mind.
Bastion ult.
Ooh, big Bastion ult.
Catches out Garbo.
But the Echo ult's going.
Yup. Will Team 1 got the recontest though, but will Team 2 be able to get it? No, they're switching off Sigma here. A good switch onto like Reinhardt is a good pick here.
Oh,
It's
my boy.
I agree. Nice.
It's my boy. Now, what they gotta do is
Charge.
Yes, I'm kidding.
Hey,
And
what
also-
oh, he went for the charge up the map. Did that make you? Did that make you
that made me so proud.
proud?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. That's a huge pick though by them.
Yes.
Charlie should not force a blade here. Knowing him, he might force a blade, but hopefully he does not.
Yeah. Forcing a blade would be a little bit wasteful.
All
here.
right, 55% for Team 1 got
All
now.
right. It's closer. It's closer. This is good.
This is a close point. They're playing a lot better Team 2 here. Oh no, we have not spectated John at all yet. Let's spectate John, the portable cash. He's on the Ana here. That's not a normal pick we see from him. We normally see the Lucio.
All that, and looks like the other team's going white room, and Warpu's there. To,
Ooh, he missed a sleep dart. Ooh, and he also missed his anti.
Ooh.
Ooh,
Oh,
and
no.
Charlie with the big blade here. Any more picks for him? Oh, he's
No.
no. He got picked himself.
Dang.
Team 1 was able to get that back there.
Team 1.
This is a very,
house.
very close game so far.
Yeah.
But they did pop a lot of ults there. They popped beat, window,
They
and
popped
blade.
Pretty much everything that they had.
Yeah. And team 2 here, they got almost all their ults. All they did was pop Kitsune. They're going to have Shattered. They're going to have Bastion ult. And they're probably going to get Nano.
Let's spectate Team 2 trying to go attack
Yup.
us.
All right, we're going to spectate their soldier here.
Oh, Reinhardt got pushed up way too far.
Yeah. But let's see.
Oh, he's healing. He's healing. Okay.
Yeah, bro. Even the soldier popping out the heal thing.
Soldier can be a third
All
healer
right.
sometimes.
I mean,
It's very important
Roadhog's the main healer for a team.
for himself.
Nah, for the team.
Oh, that's a shatter.
That's a huge
Nice.
shatter. I mean, Roadhog is just me, myself, and I. He'll ride himself till he dies.
Great song.
What is Chat Curly saying right now?
I don't know where this is. It might have been when I said the H double hockey sticks word, but I'm not sure. It might. Looks like some of them are clowning on AJ.
And clowning on AJ. Oh, almost says he's my #1 fan. Damn, Omo, I guess you are my #1 fan.
Looks like the attack.
And Whack.
Team 1 going back on the attack. This is getting.
You're
pretty
not my
close.
fan.
This is getting pretty close. We're reaching overtime here. Switch perspectives.
Yup.
Oh, Garbo doing work. Oh.
Oh, Team 2 is gonna take the map here, and the game stat. All right, this was a close game.
Team 2
Ball
was
comes
so
through, is it
close.
able
Ball's
to
not.
touch?
No, ball does not ball did not play that very well there.
No, he. Yeah.
All right, and now we're gonna go on an intermission before next game.
Yep. Red button.
Before we go on break, Bishop, you're on op.
Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back. We have at least one new person in the booth. Care to introduce yourself?
Hi everyone, I'm Warpoo.
Warpoo is here, the man, the myth, the legend, the one that's been playing all night long. How you feeling after those last matches?
Pretty well, actually. I liked seeing how everyone played and how everyone adapted to each other's play styles,
That's
and it
what's
was
up.
pretty nice just playing with everyone, you know?
Great
Like,
to hear.
First ever LAN game I've ever
Is
played.
this your
actually.
first ever
Yeah.
LAN? Well, congrats. Welcome to the space.
We hope to have you here for more events.
Yeah,
Thank you.
it ought to be interesting. We're going to be headed up onto King's Row. Tank v Tank, it's going to be Garbo never leaving his post. A man on a mission. It's Reinhardt
They
v. Reinhardt.
agreed to Reinhardt
All
everyone
right.
outside.
Let's.
Yeah.
Why don't we spectate the Reinhardt man
Oh,
himself?
We
Green
have
Knight?
to spectate. Apparently, there's going to be a Reinhardt 1v1 coming through.
Alright.
Warpoo
They
coming
shook
out
on
of
it.
the-
There better
they
be a
shook
Reinhardt.
on
one.
it.
They shook on it.
Oh no.
Oh,
All right, I have my money on the man, the myth, the legend, Green Knight here.
you think so?
Yeah, I mean he is the
Scared me.
he is the self-proclaimed Reinhardt master.
Is he self-proclaimed Reinhardt master?
Yes.
Okay. I know he's a Reinhardt one trick. I know he's
did.
been doing this for a long time, so we'll see how this match goes.
I mean, I have faith in him.
Now, is the Reinhardt 1v1 going to come through?
And there looks to be almost mirroring comps here.
Whew!
All right,
Basham TP back and forth. GK going to half HP.
Oh,
the Ryan
Gar-
charge!
Oh! He
Garbo
got the
goes
pick!
down! It looks
I
like
mean,
we know who the
The
better Reinhardt is.
It is GK.
It is Green Knight.
I mean, rank doesn't really matter.
Yeah, that's
I mean,
true.
the top 500 tank versus the gold tank, and all that matters is your skill in Reinhardt.
Absolutely. You know, Bastion attempting to go and get a little bit of pressure and revenge on this, but it looks like Red Team is going to cap.
I mean, in my hearts, Green Knight is top one.
Honestly, one of one.
One of one, best Reinhardt player NA.
I've never heard of a better Reinhardt a day in my life.
Neither have I.
You know, we have beeps going on in the
That
booth.
was a weird noise.
We have so many beeps going on in the booth.
UPC, that's the backup.
Are we about to explode in here?
Are we going to explode in the booth? You know, this might be the last time you'll hear from us.
Yeah. Well,
All right.
if you don't hear from us again, tell everyone I dislike them.
You said you dislike them.
Yeah, especially the people in chat with the name Whack and Bishop.
Oh wow, such strangers that you've never
Yeah.
introduced, just hating this entire game.
I mean,
the winner
haters are
comes
gonna
out.
hate.
You know, none of my business. None of my business.
Well, like
no,
Taylor
no,
Swift said, haters gonna hate.
Hey, you know, we quote Taylor Swift out here today, but it doesn't matter who we quote.
Because Bubbles
Both
getting
players are about to
huge
get
picks.
their
I mean,
shatters.
didn't we say we're gonna?
True.
Yeah.
True. Didn't we say we're gonna spectate AJ this game? So when he gets back, we should spectate him.
You know what? Absolutely.
All right. Let's see.
head
He's
over
gonna be
to AJ.
3 or 4. No,
No,
he's
he's
gonna
gonna
be
be
2.
7 or
7.
8. There we
All
go.
right, there he goes. Let's see if he gets some big picks here.
The shatter
The
comes
big
through,
shatters.
but the trade shatter.
Oh,
The beat comes out. Quite a bit of pressure being put
Yeah.
forward. The Kiriko ulti able to get quite a bit through. Able to barely pick off Bubbles, forcing the blue team to be pushed back quite far. Unable to get any further picks, but this may caught out
two big picks here.
altogether.
looks like red team's pushing up here. AJ got another pick.
Carrot
And-
staggered slightly, and they are going to get quite a bit of distance here on this cart.
Yeah. Good play by red team here.
Absolutely. Wonderful shatter trades.
Yeah.
Quite a bit of value put through. They did expend 2 ultis here,
Yeah.
but Green Knight nearly has yet another shatter.
I mean, but blue team did 4 ults there and they lost.
That's true.
Yeah, I
That
mean,
is true.
red team's currently up in ult economy, and Green Knight almost has another shatter again. So
They
I
are
mean-
playing this significantly better on the ult economy side, but we'll see
Yeah.
if it's able to hold any real value. AJ being caught offside, but does
but it
manage
doesn't
to stay
matter.
up.
I have a feeling it might pop Visor here soon.
He may.
He's gonna go up on high ground.
High
probably
ground.
Pop. He hops
Visor
the
comes
bad.
through. Let's
Ooh,
see
are
if
they
it
gonna
gets
pop
us
the
to
beat
give
here? They
value.
don't have beat. That's one. No
2
picks
ultis
here.
coming out.
1 pick.
Green Knight almost has shatter ready. That's 3 picks out thus far.
Green Knight is really showing why he is the Reinhardt man.
Absolutely. Gavin finally able to pick
All
off
right,
Bubbles.
why don't we spectate the Green Knight here?
Absolutely. See a
Honestly,
little bit
I
of
don't
forward
feel. I
pressure.
feel like we should just only spectate him. This is his game to prove that he is the Reinhardt one trick.
This is.
If we ever need a Reinhardt player on the team, we know who to go to.
We absolutely know who to go to, and we're seeing that proven here tonight, folks. Now, finally getting over onto this final corner, the cart pushing up quite a bit. Santa's sleigh managed to get quite a bit of distance.
Oh, I forgot we were playing on the winter one.
We are playing on the Winter Wonderland.
Oh, is he gonna? The question is,
Trying
he
to
gonna
get a-
solo shatter this Ryan?
Flank shatter. Is he gonna
That would
look
be
for
kind
it?
of funny if he just solo shatters.
It's going to be quite interesting. Attempting to get that forward poke game. Green Knight opting to back up slightly. They're playing off in this right room.
They're minus
AJ.
1 here. AJ got picked.
AJ got picked relatively early.
They should probably regroup it because they're down 1. They're down 2 now.
They are looking to regroup
Yep,
here,
they're looking to regroup.
having this further up spawn.
Why don't we switch our POV here to Garbo?
Absolutely.
Let's see his Reinhardt.
Garbo showing off a little bit, flexing them top 500 muscles.
He's got the Minotaur skin.
A beautiful skin,
Both
by the
players
way.
have their
Beautiful
shatter.
skin.
Both players sitting on their shatter. The Kitsune comes out.
Oh, it was blocked. He got Reinhardt.
It didn't get blocked.
Didn't get
Oh,
blocked.
it was off during the time. Huge ulti from Bubbles. Managed to get the tire pick. Unable to get anything significant beyond that point. Blue appears to hold and defend this point. Green Knight
Great
going down
play.
last, and that is a team kill reset for the attackers here. 3 minutes.
That's a big momentum shift that they needed.
Absolutely.
They popped 2 ults there. Green Knight also popped his shatter. Wither Knight also popped his Kitsune. Mm-hmm. Oh wait, was he Baptiste or was it Kitsune?
No, Wither Knight popped Kitsune at the
yep.
start of that fight.
Alright. So yeah, working good here. I mean, currently red team has no ults, but they're going to be really close to both DPS ults, and Cash should be getting his ult soon.
Now, 3 minutes, 15 seconds on the clock. All they have to do is stall this out. That's quite a bit of time to work with.
Oh, that's a good Bastion ult.
Huge
No
Bastion ult.
pick-
Doesn't
no
get any
picks,
significant
though.
picks, though.
Oh,
Gavin goes down before the charge.
Charlie
can
getting
finalize.
a
She's getting
3K?
4 kills.
Charlie, you need to calm down.
Just a little bit.
Just
Give them a
little bit.
chance.
5K.
5K.
The team kill from Charlie.
The solo ace coming out from the Symmetra.
Oh, in chat, almost said $20. Green Knight's winning this game.
$20 put on Green Knight's head.
Oh,
We'll see how it comes out.
let's see. I'll wait $40 that Green Knight wins here.
Hey, I ain't gambling out here, but you know what? I'll respect the bets.
I mean, we need to get ourselves on DraftKings out here.
DraftKings, not sponsored.
Not
sponsored.
sponsored. I mean,
no
what-
sponsorships for the university.
Yo!
Huge
Huge
pick! Knockoff from Cash!
John.
But that's a trade on both sides.
Yeah.
Both tanks go down.
Let's spectate. Let's AJ. The chat wanted us. Bubble got a 4K during that time. All right.
Bubbles-
Oh,
Bubble-
Charlie about to get the pick here. That's
Opts to try and escape. AJ
No,
attempting to get back,
no,
but
I
it
think
finishes, gets picked by Cheese, and that's a
I don't
long
think that.
reset.
I don't think that was the right decision. I think he should have just tried to take the 1v1 there.
Perhaps, but it's a little bit too late.
Yeah. All right. Why don't we spectate 4? The Lucio.
See how Zay's been doing. I've
Yeah.
seen Zay in almost every match.
Every game.
They've been doing
playing
quite
a lot.
well.
She's been doing pretty good. Yeah.
I haven't seen any significant misplays, and thus a support's doing their job if you don't see them in the
Yeah.
kill feed. Now, quite a bit of pressure coming out from both sides. The Reinhardt holding shields. The Bastion getting quite a bit of damage. Stops the
Garbo.
tire. Huge pick from Gavin.
Ooh,
Not a fumble kill. The lamp comes out.
Garbo's up.
Garbo
there
getting
right
pretty low. Green Knight forcing quite a bit of pressure forward. The beat comes
ooh.
out. Attempt to get back pressure. Trying to get them defending on this front side. Garbo still getting low. Half HP. About to lose the 1v1. He goes down.
I don't know if that's the beat that they needed there. Yep.
The beat unable to save them. Bubbles still putting in quite a bit.
1v5.
Unable to get the
Oh.
1v5. Unfortunate to see, but it is as expected.
The Reinhardt.
Green Knight getting back into place
They look to seem to have one more fight here. They have the ult advantage here. They have 2 ults to the 0.
on the
of the other
defending
team.
side. We'll see how they're able to get any significant value with this shatter. Using that fire strike to clear out those turrets. Looking for the shatter as quickly as possible. Unable to
No
get it down.
shatters
30
yet.
health. Does survive. Huge heals coming out from the Kiriko.
Big wall. Big wall.
And opting to back up, trying to get the health pack. Survive, waiting for that wall to come down. No picks from either side coming through. Baptiste holding this high ground. And they are opting for a reset. 30 seconds of the clock, waiting for these ultis to go down before they go back in. Carrot, the only one with an ulti out besides the huge shatter from Green Knight, showing his prowess.
As the Reinhardt man himself.
Huge. Only person left is Carrot, trying to stall out this point. Opting to jump around like the frog that he is.
Ooh,
Baptiste
and there
unable
we
to get any
go.
significant value. Looking to charge off this point. Contested still.
Contesting. Any big ults there might get. Jack might be able to get a huge shatter here. Ooh, he goes
Huge
for the shatter.
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 The
It looks like
Shatter's
they're gonna
massive.
stop
Catches
him.
3.
They're going to be able to stop him here.
Tank for tank, and that is time. Unable to contest the point, but that is overtime towards the final point.
All right. Now let's see. What are they going to run for defense? Do you think it's going to be Reinhardt?
It might be Reinhardt.
might be Reinhardt.
It might be Reinhardt. Now, Garbo is known for his wonderful Winston plays.
True. And also Sigma.
I could have done some alliteration there. Wonderful Winston Wonderland, but
I mean, Winton.
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 Peanut butter.
Winton peanut butter.
Peanut
You know,
butter.
we're all thinking like monkeys here tonight.
I've been
It ought to be
hearing in the
interesting.
comms from both teams. Everyone doesn't call them Winton; they call him Monkey.
Monkey.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've never actually called him Winston during my time on this
Yeah.
team.
No,
I think
it's just
I
called
think
Monkey.
It's just Monkey.
But I mean, outside of game, he's Winston.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
In game, he's Monkey.
In game, he Monkey. But like
he's
in
Monk.
lore,
Return to Monk.
return to Monk. Now, Cheese.
Oh,
Opting
jeez.
for the
we need
Widow.
we need to spectate the Widow here.
We have to
Let's
see the
we
Widow
get
at the
some
gates.
fantastic picks here.
Let's see how much he can do. Gavin choosing to go on the Bastion here. Significant pressure on those shields with that lower HP pool in comparison to patches long since past. Just showing a little bit of face, a little bit of pressure. Cheese Boy holding up in this window. Not Cheese. Carrot. The other C name. There's so many these
There's
days.
so many C's. What do we have? We have Cheese Boy, Carrot, Cash.
Cash.
There's some new people with C's.
CJT.
Yeah. Who else?
I don't know why. Your name's Panda, but I always
Yeah.
think it's like it starts with a C.
It's Kanda, I guess.
Kanda, I guess.
My name is Kanda, aka Candace.
Candace.
I won't finish. The rest of that joke, but
No,
you
it's
can
a
use your
Fantasy Ferb reference.
Yeah.
Unable to gain significant points.
It's
Cheese
gonna
Boy forced to
immediately
swap.
switch. Oh, we don't want to spectate him then.
We don't want to spectate him then.
Oh, we
No.
go
swap
May.
The May
The
swap
May
could
swap.
be huge.
Yeah, but still don't want to spectate him.
Personal preference. You know, we'll be seeing kills in the kill feed regardless.
Yeah. We just need to see the Reinhardt
Huge
v Reinhardt.
split. The Reinhardt v Reinhardt. The Symmetra trying to put in quite a bit of pressure. The Rein
Oh,
split.
Green Knight goes down
Green Knight
here.
goes down. Garbo
They got the Olari turret. They're up 2 right now.
Garbo being forced to half
Oh,
HP
Garbo.
does go down, and that's going to be a full reset from the attacking side. As it turns into a 4v2.
Ooh,
as
they
the
all
stag
go
does
down.
come through for Carrot.
Alright, I guess we are spectating Charlie now.
We are.
Is he going to
spectating
swap
Cheese.
again?
No, he's just looking to get back and get some health.
I think he should go back to Widow and try to get a big pick here.
You know, it could be of massive value, but seeing little damage or pressure put in by that Widow in the early game could speak otherwise to that.
I'm gonna head up back.
No stress.
No stress.
We'll hopefully see you again on stream.
Alright, thank you.
Oh, Charlie got pinned there. He didn't die, though.
Doesn't die. That pin damage reduced significantly, as well as the increased health pool of May being 250 instead of 200.
Yeah. Alright, let's swap.
Garble getting quite a bit of pressure onto this point, forcing the rest of them out. The tank having long since fallen, opting not to press up any further with the risk of that Bastion fire catching him out.
Green Knight is now back with his team, getting some value.
Is he looking at a contest
He
here?
has 95% to his shatter here.
Looking
He's
at
not
contest.
giving it a touch, though.
He gets walled.
Oh, that's a
Huge Bastional, not even
huge
getting
ults.
significant picks, and that is point turned over.
That's
The
huge
attacking
for them.
side.
Gavin got picked there.
Huge stagger as well.
The big boss himself. I have not seen him get any huge amount of picks today.
Well, we know he's not used to playing a lot of Bastion.
True.
He's
But
used to
I
those
need
high pressure hit scans.
Sojourn. I think he needed to pull out some Sojourn here, get some crazy
Maybe.
picks.
He was known for his Sojourn and Widow gameplay. Cheeseboy managed to catch another person lacking.
Yeah.
AJ.
He's giving people the mills today.
Absolutely. Now, quite a bit of forward pressure put in by Garbo, opting to get as much space for themselves before the cart's able to push up. Huge anti-nade coming through, managing to get Garbo to back off for a couple seconds before he has to put up his shield and hold
Alright, they
strong
have a lot
once
of
again.
ults here. Each team has 4 ults here. Zay almost has her ult. Alright,
Huge
they're going
pin.
on with the Bastion ult. 1 pick there.
Garbo goes down, massive.
No,
have
not
the honest
Garbo.
split.
Garbo's still up.
Oh,
Green Knight
Garbo's
went
still
down.
up. Green Knight, my
Oh,
apologies.
huge ult.
Huge shatter, manages to catch 2. Ping
Yup.
comes through, picks 1.
Great picks here.
Bastion goes down, Ana goes
It's just Olari. Are they going to let
down.
Olari get out? Or are they going to get the pick
They're
here?
going to chase it.
They
Alari
chase
goes
it.
down.
All right.
Catch
They have a
and they
lot of
survive.
time here. Oh, the emote. The emote from the Bastion on the cart.
Wow.
That's a little bit of toxic, but
But, you know,
I love to
well
see
earned.
it. Love
well
to see
earned.
it.
Love to see it.
We got some great. We need to spectate the Zenyatta. As the Zenyatta one trick himself, I must spectate.
We must see it. Cheeseboy managed to pick off Gavin before the fight's even
Yeah.
started.
I mean, I guess Cheeseboy's being the high burst DPS that they needed. That was an
Huge
amazing
shatter.
window.
Shatter able to get 2 here.
Yeah,
Almost 3. 3 here with the Nano.
it's going crazy.
Trying to make it 4.
They-
catches
they
Carrot
popped-
out.
They popped almost all their ults here. It was
Beat
like
came
both
out
teams.
way too late to save this fight on the blue side, so it's going to be a full reset from them. This is the same corner
Time to
that
go back
messed
to
them
the
up
Zenyatta.
the first round. I guess we're spectating Zenyatta today.
Look, man, I'm here. I have to spectate the Zenyatta.
You know, we got to see. We got to see.
Maybe when some more action comes out, we'll spectate someone else. But
Now, Garbo trying to get around this corner. This corner doesn't have many other options.
we better see some huge discords.
The
here.
wall comes out, managing to catch Green Knight out of position, but the huge healing nade comes out from the Ana. He does manage to survive. The wall coming out from Symmetra does keep the rest of them alive, causing them to be forced back around this corner.
They both tanks look to get shattered around the same time here. Charlie got another huge pick out.
Cheeseboy managing to get quite a bit of damage through. The charge comes through, 1 HP. The lamp comes down, saving Garbo barely, forcing them to back up once again around this corner. 1 HP. Bubbles still opting to get this forward pressure around this corner with that bashing Gatling gun. Still fighting over this cart, but the fight appears to have shifted to the left room. Green Knight not able to respond, but the shatter comes out, manages to pick 2 or 1, catching 2 off inside the shatter. Bubbles puts up that cannon again with the window, will be enough to seal the fate here for this fight.
All right, looks like you're gonna have one more recontest here. Uh-oh.
Ooh.
Uh-oh.
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 Fixed it.
There we go. All right, so they have Transcendence and Nano here for defense.
Both support ult
Both
prepped.
really big ults here. and all they look to have is Blizzard.
Transcendence comes out. The Nano comes out. Both are getting this forward
Who did
pressure.
Nano? Did he Nano the Zen on accident?
No, he nanoed the
Reinhardt?
Reinhardt.
Okay.
Unable to catch the sleep.
All right, May here. The big fraggers.
She's getting the wall up huge on Green Knight. Green Knight unable to fully escape. Goes low, but she's overextended for it.
Oh, and he says hello.
Having
before he
to
goes
wave
back.
goodbye to this fight. And that'll be yet another reset on the blue attacking side.
I don't know. I think they might be able to have it here. They have beat and Freeze to huge ults. And the other team looks to have only Bastion ult and Sim ult.
Simult can be quite helpful, but I don't know if it'll help in this scenario.
I don't think it will. They don't really have... I mean, it'll stop the Bastion from shooting, but that's about it. They're going to need some big picks here.
Garbo getting this offside pressure, trying to split the attention of the enemy Reinhardt. Green Knight still managing to hold steadfast. Does get the pin!
Huge pin!
Huge pin onto AJ.
Huge!
Huge freeze. Gavin gets the pick back, though. Man, he shut down that lamp, but Bubbles does catch him out with the grenade.
I think they're about tied here. What take's going to go down
Green
first?
Knight getting
Green Knight
low.
goes down.
Green Knight goes down. Only the supports left on the defending side. We do see Cash go down. The Ana, the only support left. Sim unable to get any significant value here.
I guess
And
Garbo decided to show that he was really the better
Will be
Reinhardt.
game. It seems as though Garbo shows his true top 500 skill.
Yeah. Says, let me cook on Reinhardt real quick.
Hey, we let him cook and he didn't burn
And
down the
Bubbles
kitchen.
with the play.
Bubbles with the play of the game. This is going to be
Let's
that
see
4K tire.
Yeah.
Or not. Instead, it's just
No,
going to be
it's gonna-
shots through the window.
Shots through the window where
Huge
he,
picks.
where he gets the full team wipe.
Oh, that's right. There it is with the
there
4
it
kills.
is. And then
And then the
emotes.
emotes.
Oh,
You
quite
know.
toxic. All right, we're going to intermission now.
Absolutely. Been wonderful. Hello, 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 and welcome back, folks. We're going into map 8 out of 10, so we've got a few more to do. So we're out here on another Flashpoint map, which ought to be rather interesting. For the tanks, we have Warpu back out playing. We have Green Knight out once again. This is the first time that Garbo's spectating, I believe. Yeah, I'm not seeing him in the roster today, so this ought to be interesting. He's probably out there coaching as he usually does, seeing and spectating as much gameplay as possible to get a good understanding of who's going to be sticking around for this upcoming season. Now, we are sticking on that Bastion. Bubbles known for it, unable to swap off in any scenario, seeing as it is one of his most played characters. Panda coming through. Having heard him in the booth, we're about to see him in game on the Lucio. Derek Axe's signature, his favorite. The fight's already kicked off. This map feels so much smaller than you think it is when you're spectating it. But this fight's coming out in the significant chokehold here. Blue team already having pressure in it. Red team trying to push in. Green Knight getting quite a bit of damage on this front line. Still holding this front area. Blue team manages to cap it as red team begins to fall apart. Derek Axe getting in there, getting stuck into this fight, leaving only 2 members left on the red team, having to back up and reset. Carrot and Warpu, the only 2 left fighting. Whew! Unable to say anything. Gavin gets this forward damage in, manages to pick out Bubbles, who isn't able to fly into point to put in any pressure, so they are in a 4v5. Green Knight goes to half HP, but manages to get healed up. Panda trying to play up on this wall, gets picked. 2 for Gavin. Derek Axe managed to get quite a bit of damage in, and that is a full reset for the blue team. Red team, unable to get anything further onto this point, will have to recollect themselves, look into their ult economy, trying to understand what went wrong during that first fight. And I believe that will tick over. Red team looking and opting to still attempt to contest this. The point has moved to a different position. Red team still going to fight this up front, trying to get the resets in, but they are all going to half HP. Warpu unable to get any real significance in this. 2 ultis come out from the blue team as they manage to completely shut them out of this second flashpoint. They attempt to reconvene on. Green Knight charging over to it like the knight he is. They are getting poked a little bit in the back. CJT caught out. Doesn't get fully picked there and is able to fall back to the point that unlocks in 1 second. Cheeseboy is also caught offside, being chased out, but manages to survive. Both DPS make it to point safely, as this is going to be a scrappy brawl. Point captured for the blue team. Both tanks dueling 1v1 offsides. Warpu managing to back out, but that is 2 massive picks for Gavin, the big boss himself, as they are looking to clean up this fight. Warpu caught out, left alone, and a 1v5, unable to clean it all up on his own. That is going to be a full reset for the red team. 40% on the clock, 1 point in favor of the blue team. Red team attempting to reconvene, but they don't have their tank right now. They're fighting 4v5. Just attempting to get a little bit of pressure in, but they are taking quite a bit of damage, charging the ultis for the blue team. Instead of backing up and trying to reset, they are just going to be fighting this, attempting to go and brawl and prove who is truly better. The massive ulti comes out from the Ramatra, getting in huge damage. The Siphon coming through, managing to keep him alive, as everyone's being tagged up, extending the duration of that ulti. And they do manage to capture this point, taking it over at 95% for blue, and now almost 10% for red. Forcing them to reset, but blue team resets as one cohesive unit. They do know that one person is offsides coming through that main front entrance from the first point, but do they know how far over they've moved? The Genji just trying to pull attention, but there's his backup. The shield comes out. Ramatra swapping forms, trying to run fist to fist, fist to hammer, but he goes down to 1 HP. 15 goes down. Green Knight left alone. Still alive, the only tank remaining on the field. Bubbles attempting to get quite a bit of damage through, but is unable to connect enough shotgun pellets to win that fight. Loses the duel against Derekax, who pops ulti, and they are appearing to capture this point. CJT already having spacing. Gavin dancing around, making sure to dodge headshots everywhere he goes. Overtime left for this point, 99%, and they're going to capture 2-0 thus far for Flashpoint. Now, blue team sprinting to this next point. Red team having already set up relatively quickly on the other side, opting to defend this before the other team can get there. Looking to play and dance around this large pillar in the center. It appears as though Bubbles is trying to get to a hidden spot to try and get his ulti off into the back line, but we'll see if he'll be able to do it. Hiding, crouched in this corner, has no intel on where the enemy's coming from, does notice, and is starting to sneak up behind Cheeseboy. Cheeseboy does notice him. He's going to be trying to teleport in, looking for the ulti. It comes out! Manages to catch 1, 2, 3! Huge! We'll make that a 4-kill for the red team. Cheeseboy, the only one left alive, barely survives and slips out. But that will tick over the point into the hands of the red team. They are going to be looking for this fight on the left side. Red team anticipating it coming from the same direction. And they will opt to meet them here. Head to head. Choosing to turn. Green Knight trying to catch the DPS off sides. But instead, Bubbles just manages to slip into the flank and slip out using his shift. Manages to reset to the rest of his team, waiting for his shift to come back, trying to charge up his ulti as much as possible. We have 3 ults. One comes out from the Alari. Trying to get as much value as possible. Unable to connect any major shots. Getting caught off sides here. Does manage to barely survive. The ulti comes out from the Ramatra. The Ramatra manages to barely pick off the Alari. And that will be a full reset for the blue side. The Ramatra manages to catch out all 5. Clumped up together in the optimal formation for their ulti. Now, Green Knight being shoved off of here. Next point available. Trying to hold off as much as possible. Orpu trying to get rid of that healing beam. That little totem up in the corner. But he's forced to duel. That beam coming out from Derekax. Causing him to back up. Still pressuring him through all the blocks that he can possibly put up. And they are going to be shoved off this point as Cheeseboy manages to get pick after pick, execution after execution. Warpu is forced back as far as possible, and he's being chased down. Unable to survive as Gavin manages to stagger him out. The blue side can manage to hold this point and capture it. That'll be game. But we'll see how this goes. 82% on Bubbles' ulti for that Reaper Death Blossom. Carrot already has the window ready, and Hubert does have the tire prepared, so we'll see what sort of value they're going to be looking for here. No significant pressure. He does get picked relatively early, unable to pop his ulti in time. Warpu trying to catch the other DPS offside, 1 HP, but he doesn't go down. Gavin barely able to survive with the healing of CJT. And that will be yet another reset for the red team. Oh, Panda barely able to slip out, but Bubbles does get staggered quite heavily. Panda still trying to put in a little bit of damage, trying to get that ulti built. Bubbles is going to be taking a while to reset. This could be costly, as we have less than 15 seconds on the clock. Will Red Team be able to capture this back? We'll have to wait and see. Cheeseboy hiding around a corner with his ulti ready, dashing in, trying to catch out this enemy Baptiste. Gets the lamp, manages to catch Baptiste with the dash. Gets the Bubbles, and that looks like it's going to be game. Team kill, overtime ticks down, and that is the end of Flashpoint. Yet another win for Tommy Salami. Hello, 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 and welcome back, folks. Now we're seeing yet another push game mode coming through here, and it ought to be fun to watch. Now Green Knight sticking on that Reinhardt as per usual. Gavin looking to keep onto that Bastion. Bubbles opting for the Tracer here, which ought to be fun to watch. You know, we don't get to see a lot of Tracer these days, but it ought to be fun to watch. We have Cash on Ana, CJT on Baptiste. On the red side, we have Warpu on Orisa once again. AJ Destroyers is on 76. Cheeseboy sticking to his roots here, keeping on that Genji. Carried on Baptiste and Zayon Ilari. Huge pin. Bubbles already in the action, hiding in the enemy team's backline, managing to pick off one. Cheeseboy going down rather soon. The lamp comes out just to make sure he didn't go down. He's going to play off onto this right side, managing to catch the support out. Does have to use the shift here. Causes him to go low, and Bubbles doesn't manage to recall in time. Gets picked out by AJ. AJ stalling out this cart push. It has gotten quite a bit of distance. He's trying to pick off CJT here, but unable to get the damage to come through. Green Knight still holding steadfast in front here. AJ getting kind of low. 31 HP and no heals are coming through, but they finally managed to connect. Fight directly on the bot. Warpu getting antied and goes down. Gavin getting through quite a bit of damage with this Bastion here, trying to force them off of this high ground. Tracer managing to get into that back line, being chased a little bit, has to recall to try and get back to his supports who do manage to heal him up, but he goes back down to 75. Tracer with such a low HP pool has to be very careful about their health. 46, but Gavin comes through with a massive artillery strike here on Bastion. Does manage to connect with at least one target, which will force them to reset, having no significant source of execution. But instead, they're going to opt to continue the pressure in, trying to stop them from capturing this point and getting that forward spawn. Almost manages to catch and does manage to catch out AJ. The nano boost comes out, but isn't able to get any real value. Gets picked off relatively early on in the fight, and that's going to be a reset for the blue side. The point unable to fully touch, and they will not get that forward spawn. Bubbles trying to sneak around in this back line. Hope they don't chase him. Just to lurk back here with the pulse bomb, trying to keep alive. He's going to try and look for it, but he doesn't go for the pop. Instead, opting to reset with the rest of his team. AJ trying to get up onto this high ground as quickly as possible. And the cart continues to move. Now, they do have a window out, which means that they have to play on the LOS, line of sight. That's the name of the game here right now, folks. The window finally goes down. That damage unable to be pumped through it, getting no significant picks. Warpu at half HP, not healed up just yet. Playing a little bit on the edge. Does manage to get the ulti to come out. Let's see if we can get any significant value. It does manage to catch Bubbles out. That's going to be a significant source of execution. Put off their game. Trying to catch Cash, but unable to get the pressure through. The Shatter comes out, but not able to get anything with it. It used too late into the fight. Cash just trying to survive, but does get put in the dirt. Looks like they are going to try and get this forward spawn on the red side. A little dance coming out from Warpu just in celebration. 2 meters, 1 meter, and the forward spawn engaged. The cart will freeze for a short period of time just to allow the defenders here on the blue team to reset, try and collect themselves, get their ult economy steadied, and look for another fight here. The pressure comes through, managed to catch out Bubbles on the Cassidy. The swap unable to get any real value when caught offsides there by the spear. Warpu playing the height, canceling the ulti from Big Boss Gavin. And that's going to be a full kill and almost team wipe, only leaving the supports who do rapidly go down on the blue side. Red side managing to continue to push this cart as quickly as possible. One person left on it to move at the same speed as before, and the tank's trying to get up as much forward pressure as possible for this next point. Spear coming through yet again, connecting to Bubbles. that Cassidy a magnet for that large javelin. Cheese caught out, unable to get anything real with his sleep. They are going to be fighting for this corner. The Bastion on the high ground, getting quite a bit of damage through. Warpu trying to get a flank there to shut down that Bastion. The Bastion drops back. The sleep comes through. The Fortify manages to solidify and get them back up into that place. Bubbles unable to stay under any significant pressure. No picks coming through, but Zay does go down in the chaos. The ulti comes out from Warpu. No real kills done, hindered by the Cassidy nade. Trying to get in a little bit of damage, force the Green Knight off of his game. The Nano comes through. Green Knight having to push in, try and get as much damage and value off of it, but he gets shut back. AJ playing this high ground on the left side, but does go down. Red team looking a little bit scarce here. The Pulse doesn't manage to get any significant value. Green Knight at 1 HP barely manages to survive this fight. Unable to win it, though, as he does go down on the left side here. Warpu not messing around, making sure to go and get each and every individual, make it surgical, but they do go down as CJT pops the Coalescence. That's their tank long since gone. They're going to have to reset, trying to run out of there, but they're being chased down, hunted. But AJ wins the 1v1 against Gavin. Promising picks here. They do manage to hold the forward spawn. They're going to be looking for another fight on this corner. Warpu really getting stuck in there, catching out the Ana. The Ana goes down. Green Knight at half HP, only being healed up by the Moira, who is quite a good healer, but they aren't able to get any significant value through on the utility that they provide. The ulti comes out, doesn't manage to get the pick. Gavin trying to sprint away. Is he going to be caught out, or is he going to make it? He's going to make it with that Soldier 76 sprint. Warpu trying to hide, get a little bit of healing, cool down for a couple seconds, contest. They're in no real pressure right now. CJT gets speared on this left side. Warpu caught in the corner. His support's there, but the shatter comes out. Green Knight trying to smack away. Warpu doesn't even seem to be fazed by it. Getting caught in corner after corner, but his supports are too good. He does go low, but he does go down. Bubbles finally able to connect and get the kill. That's going to be another reset for the red team. But they do still have this forward spawn. And they are going to be using it to their advantage as much as possible. Those respawn timers are short on the side that's attempting to attack. We'll see if they work in their favor. Trying to get this high ground once again. Red team managing to hold the high ground as long as possible. Blue team seems a bit split, unable to figure out where they should be fighting from. Having to play off on this left side, looking to contest the high ground as the cart continues to move. The robot's sliding right underneath, right under their noses, and they haven't even noticed. Huge damage coming through. Warpu manages to get the ulti off. The attack visor from AJ gets some serious kills, manages to trade out Gavin. Red team looking unstoppable here. Warpu does get slept, but he is still dueling pretty far up. The cart continues to move. Carrot trying to make sure that no one's flanking them. The red team is quite split here. Warpu low, 33 HP, and in an awkward position. The rest of his team trying to fight without him. Over in the chokehold underneath the bridge, or in the overpass rather. They are going to be looking to fight from these windows over the top of the trolley. Cheeseboy just trying to get out and survive, staying underneath the lantern's light to keep him alive. That invulnerability really saving him here. Warpu putting in pressure onto Green Knight. Green Knight going to half HP. Damage coming through. The Reflect isn't able to do anything against the Coalescence, but the Coalescence isn't able to get any real damage in. Instead being used for support. CJT goes down. Cash, the only support left. He goes down. Gavin, the only DPS remaining. And they are stuck in spawn. Green Knight trying to touch and hold on to this point. Warpu just trying to zone them out with that ulti. And it looks like that's going to be game. A win for Peta. The horses here. Well, folks, it looks like we're going to be finally closing it out. A beautiful series of matches from the series of tryouts here going on at CCSU. It's been lovely casting for y'all, and I look forward to hopefully y'all hearing from the new caster later on the semester, whoever gets nominated for such a job.
Here comes Carrot.
Carrot stepping into the booth for a little while as we sign off. I thank you all for watching. Looking forward to seeing you once again later on the semester. Have a wonderful night.